It started with a melted chocolate bar, and ended by microwaving the meaning of home-cooked. This is not just about heat. It's about a heated shift in culture, in pace, and in purpose. What you're about to discover may forever change how you view that small, buzzing box on your kitchen counter. Most of us walk by the microwave without a second thought. We toss in a plate, press a button, and wait for the beep. But buried beneath the humming magnetrons and spinning turntables is a much deeper story, one about invention, war, women, work, food, freedom, and what we gave up to go faster. In this video, you'll discover how a military accident gave birth to the microwave oven and how this strange metal box redefined not only cooking, but also family roles, consumer expectations, emotional labor, and our collective sense of time. It's not just the story of a machine, it's the story of how a burst of radiation quietly rewired the entire concept of an American meal. You may never look at leftovers the same way again. Close your eyes and picture a typical kitchen in the 1950s. There's a mother in an apron carefully chopping vegetables. A roast sits in the oven, slow cooking while the family waits at the table. The air is filled with rich smells. Dinner is an event, something planned, labored over, and shared. The phrase, home-cooked, carries weight. It means time. It means effort. It means love expressed through hands and heat. For many, it was also one of the only times families gathered without distraction. But fast forward just a few decades, and that kitchen will undergo a massive shift. There's a new appliance now, a humming metal box in the corner. Dinner can be ready in minutes. Meals come wrapped in plastic, frozen, pre-portioned, and color-coded. The scent of slow cooking fades, replaced by the neutral steam of reheated food. What happened in the gap between those two images? The answer takes us back to World War II, radar systems, and a man named Percy Spencer. During the war, Percy Spencer was working as an engineer for Raytheon, developing radar equipment for the US military. One day, while standing near a magnetron, the heart of the radar technology, he noticed something strange. A chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. Curious, he brought in popcorn kernels. They popped. Then an egg, which exploded. The invisible waves being used for military detection were cooking food. Not with fire. Not with heat from the outside. But from the inside out. What Spencer had stumbled upon, accidentally, was a completely new way to generate heat. And in doing so, he cracked open the possibility of an entirely new way to cook. Raytheon quickly developed a commercial version. The first microwave, called the Radarange, was the size of a refrigerator and weighed over 700 pounds. It cost the equivalent of $12,000 today. At first, it was used only in restaurants, ships, and industrial settings, not in homes. For a long time, the microwave remained a mystery. People didn't understand how it worked. The very word, radiation, sparked fear. Some thought it was unsafe. Many refused to stand near it while it was on. Others believed it removed nutrients from food. Some even called it unnatural or space-age cheating. But slowly, the microwave evolved. By the 1960s and 70s, engineers managed to make it smaller, safer, and cheaper. What once stood 5 feet tall now fit comfortably on a countertop. And that's when the transformation really began. Advertisers began positioning the microwave not just as a machine, but as a modern solution for modern life. Busy mothers were promised more time with their children. Working women could now feed their families without spending hours in the kitchen. Families were told they could enjoy warm meals without the burden of cooking. And Americans listened. By the late 1970s, millions of microwaves were being sold every year. As microwaves entered homes, the food industry adapted. A flood of new products hit the market: instant noodles, frozen lasagna, microwavable popcorn, frozen breakfasts, mug cakes, and entire dinners in divided plastic trays. grocery stores began devoting entire aisles to meals that could be zapped in minutes. Recipe books taught people how to make scrambled eggs, bake potatoes, and even cook meatloaf in a microwave. What followed was not just a change in food, it was a change in rhythm. Mealtime stopped being a central event. Families began eating at different times, in different rooms, even alone. It became normal for each person to prepare their own plate, reheat it individually, and eat on their own schedule. The microwave enabled this flexibility. But it also fractured the dinner table. For women, the microwave was a double-edged sword. On one hand, it truly did reduce the time needed for cooking. For working mothers, it offered a way to balance job demands and family care. But society didn't adjust expectations. The assumption was now, if cooking was faster, then there was no excuse not to do it. Women were still expected to cook, but now also to work, manage the home, and raise the kids. The microwave, in many ways, streamlined the labor but intensified the expectations. It enabled performance without reducing pressure. Meanwhile, microwave meals became more common among lower-income households. These meals were affordable, fast, and required little energy to prepare, making them ideal for families with limited time or cooking resources. But they were often packed with preservatives, sodium, and artificial ingredients. Over time, this led to a growing divide: those who could afford fresh, slow meals versus those who depended on frozen, fast ones. The microwave became a marker of inequality, just as much as convenience. Today, microwaves are so common we barely notice them. They're in office break rooms, dorm rooms, gas stations, and hotel lobbies. They're in million-dollar homes and one-bedroom apartments. And yet, they've lost their magic. Newer gadgets like air fryers, smart ovens, and sous vide machines get all the headlines. But the microwave still reigns in silence, quietly doing the job no one else wants to think about. What began as a marvel is now mundane. But in that mundanity lies the truth: we microwave not because we want to, but because we don't have time not to. It's a survival tool, not a luxury. Picture this: a teenage boy alone in his room, heating up dinner while his parents work late. Or a college student microwaving noodles between classes. Or a single mother warming a baby bottle at 2 a.m. The microwave touches moments of exhaustion, independence, transition, and sacrifice. It speeds things up, but often at the cost of connection, patience, or ceremony. And yet, it's in nearly every home. It's the hum beneath the daily hustle. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't require thanks. But it reflects something deeply American: the need to go faster, to do more, to feed life in between everything else. So what did the microwave really cook? It cooked convenience. It cooked independence. It cooked isolation. It cooked culture. And in doing so, it warmed our food, while often cooling our traditions. The microwave was never just about cooking. It was about rewriting the rules of daily life. It shifted gender roles, disrupted family dynamics, reshaped grocery stores, and changed how people experience nourishment itself. It allowed us to eat on our own time, in our own space, according to our own schedules, but sometimes, at the cost of togetherness and texture. So next time you press start and hear that familiar beep, pause and consider what's really happening. Not just inside the microwave, but inside the culture that created the need for it. Thanks for watching. If this story warmed your thoughts, or your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe for more untold stories of everyday things that changed everything.